Friday.
Tis. Yeah, we got there. We survived. Yay.
Go day.
Go day, right, Katie. 5 o'clock today. We are live and 1560-ish, I think it is around. It is massive. And it shows in here. I mean, we're right down filled right to the very back. First times we actually use them for storage because we're down into that. So 1, 2, 3, 4 columns that are deep and stacked high. JD, if you just swing the camera around so people see, to give you a perspective of it all, it is absolutely massive. Unbelievable. Thanks, guys, for everybody for submitting bottles for our huge November auction. It's not even December yet. It feels like December, doesn't it? It feels like Christmas. I've seen people up with Christmas decorations.
Some people just like the twinkly lights.
Some people do just like the twinkly lights.
Should be left up all year.
Should be. No.
Yes, they should.
No. Nobody wants them. Because then you'd have to be all.
Just you, Scrooge.
Festive. I'm not Scrooge. I just.
That's Tink.
Tink. Yeah. I might just dress up again.
No, the Grinch.
Yeah.
Spray him green. Put him in a Santa suit.
He's got the wee piece of. Oh yeah, we're so doing that. We dress up as the Lady Grinch if you want, like.
Right. Okay. Fair enough. Let's not dress Santa. Yeah, Lady Grinch. We will touch on the. No, we'll do the bottles first. So in amongst all of the 1,500 odd bottles, there's a few proper special old legacy bottles that we have in here. I'll start down with Corbett's. Last time we had one of the Corbett's on, I think it just went over €2,000 to €3,000. Very hard to find. Belfast in that good a condition as well, with the stopper and everything in it. This one is a 20-year-old whiskey. John Jameson and Sons was filled by Findlater and Company in Dublin. That's actually in really, really good nick. And an old cork stopper as well, good fill level. And on the back, it does, is right, Kit. It does say Findlater's embossed bottle as well. So that's a lovely, lovely bottle. The next one is a John Powers one, a 10-year-old. McCarthy and Sons, Dublin and Cork. J. McCarthy and Sons, Dublin and Cork. An old 10-year-old. Again, the capsule's in good nick on that. Label's alright. I mean, it's not fantastic. There is some pen marks on it as well. But I mean, legacy whiskey, it's just hard to find stuff like that. Here is a 30-year-old Powers. I don't know of anything that Powers has out on the market that says 30 years old on the front of it. There's nothing.
No.
That is fairly special. Bottled by Donnelly and Company, Dublin. It's not that old per se in... I think it was the 80s, the 70s, 80s that was done for your man, Donald E. Panos. So Donald E. Panos was company director or an executive that was based here in Dublin for a while. He's back in America. He went back to America. He had a IndyCar racing or a NASCAR racing team as well and everything. So he's a successful businessman and had that. Then there is this old lady, fine old lady. One of the oldest known bottles of Redbreast in existence. I mean, nobody's even come close with a bottle that's that old. There's been 40s ones, but we reckon this is late 20s, early 30s. Again, the few guys that we lean on for knowledge on this have come back and said it's within that era. It is unbelievable to have something that old. And guys, a few guys have been here in the office over the last couple of weeks, and they've all sort of said, "Oh, wouldn't it be great to taste it?" And it would. I mean, it was a premium liqueur whiskey from the 1920s. It's nearly as old as our country.
Yep.
And that's just remarkable. And to have something in that good a condition as well is just remarkable. One of the other bottles that's in this, and I picked this up for a reason, because we've been working with Dingle closely. We've been doing a bit of promo for them and all that sort of stuff. But this isn't Anthony, the promo man, saying it. This is Anthony, the collector, saying it. What to have one of these bottles? So this is Dingle cask number 2. So this was the second cask that was ever filled in the Dingle distillery in 2012. unbelievable piece of history. I mean, Dingle, as everybody talks about, they kickstarted the renewal of the Irish whiskey industry. They didn't kickstart it, but I mean, they were one of the first new distilleries, and they were there at the very, very beginning. And to have the second cask ever filled down there, I think would be something rather special. There is only numbers. I'm not very good at the numbers on them. 252 bottles of them. That is just spectacular to have. And again, I believe the story goes the cask one will sort of never be opened. It was something that was, or they'll choose a time fitting in the future. But when Oliver and the guys down there put the distillery together, the plan was cask 2 would be opened, or cask 2 would be bottled, and cask number 1 would sort of be their legacy forever and ever. Comes with 2 lovely little branded Glencairn glasses. Breathe.
I'm just drinking my tea. Bother on.
Can I get a cup of coffee and you go on and do the charity things? Actually, you do that one. You like Rose's Charity, Rose's Trust.
That's it. Put me on the spot. Why don't you? Okay.
So we have Jade did supply us with.
I know she did. She's very good. 2 charity lots in this month's auction with multiple bottles and stuff. But I'm going to do one and he's going to do the other. So the first one, which I think is cool, is for a charity called Rosie's Trust. Now, Rosie's Trust is a Northern Ireland charity, and they help people who are coming to their end of life due to terminal illness or disability, or just unfortunately, just.
And
but
it's one of them things.
It's one of those you just can't find the words to explain it, because I think it's cool.
Yeah, and what they do is they sort of, a lot of people, I know everybody sees it on a lot of social media, is how animals are brought to people, near the end or whatever the case may be, or with people as companions through it. They also do it with people with disabilities as well.
And this is what this charity does. It gives people the comfort by bringing animals to them and letting them have that wee bit of comfort.
Anybody who's been in my office knows that I've 2 square pictures that were given to me by Jade and Joshua, or 2 kids, a couple of Christmases ago. 2 Christmases ago?
Yeah.
2 Christmases ago. And they're pictures of our dog Izzy. And our dog Izzy is a boxer, and she's as old as the hills. And just every day to come in and see her, I see her at home every day at the minute, but seeing the pictures, it just cheers me up a wee bit as well.
And we love animals in this office. Everybody brings their dogs
here, and it's a bit mad.
Yeah,
some of us are animals.
But that's why I love this charity, because it gives people, because I know if I'm feeling really crap, I'll go home and she'll meet me at the door, and the tail will be going mental, and then Chester, who's our miniature schnauzer, like all he wants is love and cuddles. And that makes you feel so much better.
Yeah, it does.
And this is what this charity does. It gives people that love that they need at a time of illness or sadness, or even
disability.
For comfort, for just friendship.
And one of the things I think people are exploring now more is the companion dogs.
Yeah.
For other kids, for kids, and for all that sort of stuff. I'll go on to the other charity.
They're very sad charities.
They are very sad charities. I don't know. I agree with you.
They're necessary.
They are, but
it's disgrace that they are necessary. I mean, they have to raise additional funding in the world that we live in that's so affluent, and some people are so wealthy that these guys have to go out with a handout and stuff like that, and it annoys me a wee bit. I'll not get into a rant about it.
We just do the charity.
This is for a few guys down in Wexford have given us some items. They were affected recently by a loss, and they sort of said, look, we'd like to give a little back. The Wexford Hospice and Home Care Services have, again, do literally, I don't like to say God's work, because it's whatever you believe in, but it's work that should be given fucking medals to, never mind these gobshites in government. But I'm not going to talk about that.
No, we're not going to rant.
But there is a thanks a million in it, and I think that is a fitting bottle for the guys.
Yeah,
thanks a million to the team in the Wexford Hospice Home Care. There's a signed bottle of Distillery Reserve, and it's signed by David Quinn, Barry Crockett and Billy Lighton. David Quinn is the master of science. You can imagine him down there with a pot stirring it and stuff
Probably.
like that. Yeah, and a hat. No, that's witches.
That's
Wrong one.
witches.
Billy
Boys like
Lighton.
wearing hats.
Billy Lighton, as we all know, is the master blender, and Barry Crockett is the master distiller emeritus, whatever you call it.
He's not there anymore.
He was the boss. He's not there anymore. And then there's a Dingle influencer there.
It's actually pretty.
It is lovely, but it was for influencers.
But
And
you're
all
not-
the work that I've done with Dingle, they didn't send me an influencer
You're
set.
not an influencer.
Yeah. Can't even influence you to do something, so never mind how could I influence anybody to buy a bottle of whiskey. It has got a glass.
It's all right. It was on your pen.
It has got a glass, slate coaster, hip flask, and a couple of ice stones or metal ice coolie things for cooling down your
And
whiskey.
they have the wee Ren boy
Yes,
thing on them.
on them as well.
Stamped on them. But
So
they're
that
actually pretty
is
cool.
it. I think we are just about ready. The lads are going round. I see them with the pads going round and making sure that everything's in its place and everything is right. We trust the system. We trust that everything is right and we have all the notes right and everything right. But if it's not right, we're only human. It is 1,500 bottles. We have been working rather hard typing stuff, and there is a bit of copy
Fingers
and
of
pasting
fury.
sometimes. The one thing I will say is the bottles, the photos that you see are exactly the bottles you will get. We photograph every single
Yes.
bottle every single month without fail. So even though there's many Redbreast PX thingies,
Yes.
I think there's 26 in it if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken,
There's a lot.
each one is individually photographed. And the reason we do that is just continuity in case there's any little blemishes. Anybody comes back and
You
says,
show off
"I
your
didn't see
t-shirt."
that." Oh, Maylog, you've got one on as well.
Yeah, I do.
Maylog, Stephen over in Carrick, we were repping.
We were repping.
We were repping on Saturday and Friday and Saturday
In Belfast.
in Belfast. We were lashing it out. People, great reaction to it. The triple cask one, the red one, and
The 10-year-old.
the 10-year-old black one, the sherry one as well.
Down your treat.
I think people also just love the bottles.
The bottles
We
are
do
cool.
love the bottles.
Yeah.
We also had on our stand, we had the cologne stuff. The people are still coming to us with the hands out for the old under the counter stuff.
I know.
And we had Sleeve League threw us a couple of bottles.
They
we
did.
had also Kennedy Castle, and there's a bottle of that in this
And
month.
with McMira as well.
And McMira.
They give us a bottle to lash out to everybody.
The Kennedy Castle, the Dapper one is the one I really liked as well
like
myself.
that
I
one.
really
Now,
like.
there was
You
a-
like the 10 one.
Well, there was a good sort of response to the 10.
10 as well, yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So that's it.
So there you go.
We go live at 5.
We do.
If you have any questions, any comments,
Be nice,
yeah, be nice.
please.
Send them in to us, email into us, ring into us if you've bottles listed and there's notes you want to change or twist.
And
or
if
tweak
there's
or
words
whatever.
wrong, we're sorry.
Yeah, we're just tired. We are tired.
Yeah.
We're done. See you later. Talk to you soon. Bye.
Adios.